Goodness. Okay, so one thing I found, you were talking about casual before and how it gives you like the wrong amount of gold.
Yeah, it does.
In two senses. Number one, it gives you non like increments of 5 amount of gold. All right,
Yeah, and I
but
think I know what you're gonna say too. Also, the amount it gives you lies to
lies.
you.
It lies.
Yeah,
It
it gives you like one more or like one
one less.
less.
Yeah. So I had before I had 9744 gold, like a couple games before this, and I went and played a casual game, and it said I got 29 gold, and then I was up to 9766,
Yeah,
which is
it,
not what 29 plus 9744 is. Like, that's not how math works.
not even close. I don't understand. Honestly, I kind of don't understand why casual exists in this game. It is a kind of worthless mode.
It it takes 3 times as long to find a game in it. Also, hello everybody. Hi, Cuboid, Benak, Megworkies, Poison Striker. I see y'all here. I'm here, and with me,
Is MDCT, who has fully rebranded and it's no longer Dictron.
the full rebranding is here.
Yep.
The death of Dictron.
Death of the coward Dictron by the by no, sorry, I said it wrong. I'm sorry, I fucked it up. I'm trying to fix
Oh,
it.
oh no. It's-
The assassination of Dictron by the coward MDCT. That's what
there
it
you
was.
go. At the river. Whatever. It's fine. All right. So, what like really it's the fact that like not only is it like it's casual just this like non-format but the fact that it gives incorrect gold is just silly. Like I basically keep playing it to try to fix my gold
And it won't
and it
work
won't work
because
because
every
it's
time, oh, I got the 24 that I needed or whatever. Whoops. Actually, you got 25, so you're back at 6.
yep. So hell whatever. I've been cursed. Everybody who's played casual has been cursed.
Having a non-divisible by 5 number at the end there is the mark of shame that you at one point played casual for any reason.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna jump into a draft. We're gonna see what we start off with. Oh boy.
Did you
Ooh.
get the good shit immediately? I cannot wait.
We got the Towering Stranger as one of the possible pick ones, which
Oh boy.
not only so like as far as like the Stranger deck goes, like haha Strangers in limited, but no, seriously, this is a 6 costing 7/7 with Overwhelm. Like
He is the tall clown, and it's great.
I would not need to include any other Strangers in the deck in order for this card to work, like at all.
Like, in constructed, that by itself does not cut it. In draft, that super cuts it. That's
Yeah,
100% hell yes, pick every time.
that's like a 2-for-1. Like, so when this attacks, unless they have like Deadly on their side, this is going to 2-for-1 if not more, or like 2-for-1 with real creatures. You know,
Yeah.
like they can't just throw like a couple 2/2s in front. No, you need to throw some real things in there. I'm glad to have applied a curse to you, Wazan. In this pack we also have Mortar, which is in the same faction and is really good in limited.
It's
Um,
played and constructed too. It's good overall.
yeah, definitely. This is one of the cards that works in the aggro crag.
Yep.
It allows your 2 power quick draw units to take down a Titan.
Mm-hmm.
So also like 4 to the dome. Anyway, this one's pretty straightforward to me. I'm picking Towering Stranger. This isn't me going into Strangers because
Hold on. I think you should think about it though. Just think
no no
about
no
it. I'm
look,
not saying
look
you shouldn't do it immediately, but think about it.
no like here's like what I am saying here is that this card alone is not enough of a reason for me to want to be a Stranger deck because
Fair enough.
overwhelm on a 2/2 is a useless keyword, like what does that do? So we'll see where this goes. It looks like pick 2, we get to pick up something nice just in color on Storm Glider, which is a very nice mana sink.
It's okay.
Like,
I it's best here in draft, but it's like it's not the best.
yeah.
It's kind of small for its cost, is all.
Yeah. Storm Glider also gets overwhelmed. The thing is that, like, power sinks in the game are so goddamn rare.
Yeah.
So I'm completely happy picking that up. Also, like, compared to a lot of the cards in this pack, like, the only other one I'm really interested in would be, like, Dragon Breath as removal.
Yeah.
And, like, everything else is a little specifically expensive. Oh, strangers have charge.
On color.
Oh, God.
How about a charge 7/7 with overwhelm?
Oh, no.
Swift Stranger is also decent on its face as a 4-mana 3/3 with charge.
Yeah, that's fine. I think a little less so in... Actually, it's still fine in limited.
It's okay. I'm not saying, like, on its face, it's okay. I'm not saying it's great, but it's playable.
Yeah, definitely. So let's... The other cards in here I actually like are all in time. Plated Goliath is one of the biggest things you can have.
Note, it is basically worse than our Stranger. And it's not really worse, but that warp
Right.
barely ever comes up at 6 mana.
Yeah, warp at, like, high costs generally means you're just drawing the card anyway. And Sandviper's actually a card I love. A lot of the games Eternal Draft has two big things that matter. Number one is step one, gum up the ground, right? You need to make sure you don't die to things like the Plated Goliath over there. Step two,
And break the board in
Yep.
some way.
Get into the air is usually the answer to that one.
That is 90% of the time the answer. Sometimes it's make sure everything you have has overwhelm. That's happened before for me.
Okay, so I got good news for you.
Oh yeah?
We're doing strangers. So
Hell yes!
the reason is, and the reason for those who are watching right now, like, and seeing the rare in the pack, thinking, oh, it's here, it's time for the four. No,
It's not that one.
That's
it's
not the
the
one.
blue one right next to it, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Hardy Stranger is the one that actually matters in this pack.
Yeah.
So Prophetic Stranger's problem is being very poor sizing on its base, but it kind of has to be because of how powerful that pump is.
Yeah. It's 7 mana 6/6 on its own face on the face isn't very good.
Yeah.
Everything else it does is fantastic, but by itself it's really fragile for being a 7 mana creature.
But Hardy Stranger means that your also 7 cost is a little much.
It is the most expensive stranger in the game.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick Hardy Stranger. We're gonna hope that we get some more, like, of the 2-drop strangers, because now we're going to need those.
Yep.
But the other thing I'd like to note is that the color I would like to add to this would be time.
Yep.
Because
Agreed.
time has the most powerful strangers face value in packs 2 and 4, in the one that +1/+1's your team.
The one that +2/+2 is your team that could possibly show up in pack 3 as well. Really important to pick up. And it's only an uncommon, so it's not rare.
All right, well, what do we got in this pack? Looks very empty. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, this is super empty.
This is super empty.
Pick the most generically powerful card here, I guess.
Is that Jack's knife?
The problem with picking up Jack's knife is, like, it kind of does absolutely nothing. I don't think we're going to move into Shadow for any reason unless we get, like, what, the 5/5 flyer for 4?
We would need either that or, like, if I actually ended up getting, like, some of the multicolored rare strangers, like, I would consider it, but God, like, is Belching Behemoth the pick here, just as, like, this is the like something for the end.
We can't.
We can't use that though. Like
We can't use that, and we can't bank on getting time to show up for real. So I guess Jack's Knife is in fact the best pick here.
yeah, like I don't like Minotaur Duelist. The big thing with Minotaur Duelist, and let me bring this up because we're taking a look at what we're doing. This is going to be a very heavy, like multicolored deck. All right, I don't have that yet. I don't have multiple colors. I only have 2 right now. But the thing with that is, I really don't want to have
Double influence costs.
yeah, yes. Especially, I'm fine having double influence costs if the cards are on the power level of like, are on the level, like they're worth it.
Yeah.
This is Jarl's the Frostkin.
Except for 1 more, and has a pretty much negligible revenge upside with 1 less health.
I'm gonna take Jack's Knife here. I don't know how well that works out. Jotun Cyclops and Sandstorm are the 2 in here that are powerful in my eyes.
Jotun Cyclops is okay. It also has Overwhelm if you want to keep on theme.
Yeah. Nothing else in here really looks that good.
I think it's kind of neat that I want to say probably the color with the 3 most tramplers in this game are the equivalent of green, which is time, the equivalent of red, which is fire. Both of those make sense, but also the equivalent of blue has a lot of trample in this game as well, and I like that a lot.
I'm kind of thinking the Sandstorm here, to be entirely honest.
Really? I can see where you're coming with that if you wanted to blow out your opponent's giant board of flyers at one point.
Yeah, like, I know that Jotun Cyclops is probably the pick, in the sense of, like, it's actually a very good body, especially for limited, and, like, has meaningful removal on it, but I love Sandstorm as a trick.
Okay. I can try to make a case for Jotun Cyclops, but I don't have that strong of one, so...
Yeah, early enough. No, and I get another pick at a Jotun Cyclops here, or I can pick up a Praxis Stranger. Which
pick up the Praxis Stranger.
Which I think we start picking those up here.
Yeah. Baby Strangers are pretty okay.
Ooh, and a Praxis Banner. Okay.
Nice.
Especially with, like, I guess, like, Lumbering Gruon as a can't block unit, but, like, we already have better units than that, and we can find better top end than Lumbering Gruon.
Mm-hmm. There is one thing about Eternal that I have not had a problem with so far, in that I almost never, ever get, like, too few cards to make an effective deck, even if I get kind of screwed on later picks.
Yeah. Very much so. Alright, so here's pack 2. Ooh, General Izalio.
Ooh, that's on theme. He's basically an honorary stranger.
Basically, except for, like, the ability on the General is, like, will certainly be one-sided. We actually have a lot of different picks, though, in this one. Like, things like, there's, like, Seek Power Amber Acolyte as, like, fixing for a multi-faction deck. There's Borderlands Waykeeper as one of my favorite personal 2-drops, and the Power of Twinning Ritual in here is not to be underestimated, though right now we don't actually have strangers that stack keywords.
Yeah. The ones that are best with are like the 2/2 that give all of yours +2/2, and the Warcry one, probably one of the better ones too to get that with, but
yeah. Pack Hunt is definitely, I haven't cut anything from here, but there's a bunch of cards that are really obvious cuts from there. Let me quick do that. Like, there's that. I don't think Weather the Storm sticking around. I'm gonna cut Jack's Knife and the Archaeologist for now. I'm gonna pick the General here, though. That one seems very, very good. The other thing too with the General is that, like, so it fits very well in the theme that we're kind of building towards, which is like this board, like it works as a breaker in that deck. You play it, all of a sudden you can attack. But also, like, right now the look of it is that we have some sort of like Jeskai. That's
Teamer. It's more Teamer than Jeskai.
Right, Jeskai in its look of them, but You know, the time Praxis specifically really is good at going wide.
Yeah.
So we should be able to make that work.
Yeah, so I think, General Azaleo, probably our best. You could make a case easily for Amber Acolyte or Seek Power instead, but General Azaleo is a rare that is on theme. I love you, Righteous Fury.
I know. I'm looking at that Righteous Fury, and it's like, that's real strong, but there's a Morning Star right next to it, too.
Which does a decent, similar approximation for an effect.
Right. It a lot of the times is going to be double damage. But like we can on the one side, like, overwhelms an easier keyword for us to just have around. On the other side, like, we really need to jump into
no, we do not need to jump into Justice.
Justice.
No. I'm Justice for just Righteous Fury. I love Righteous Fury, and I wish it was still more easily playable in Rakana Plate, but it's not a splash-worthy card, probably.
I think if I was already even close to considering playing Justice, I'd pick it.
Then you do it. Yeah, no question. But we don't have any Justice in the deck at all.
Yeah. Oh, okay, let's go Morningstar, because at least at this point, Fire looks like our main.
Easily.
All right, so we're going to need things on the... Ooh, wow, and then there is a reason to play Justice, though one that's very expensive in how it is like double influence.
Yeah. I've got nothing else on theme here, except for Tower Top Patrol, I guess, but...
Right, like, not even on theme, there's just not a lot in here I really care about. Like, Tower Top Patrol's fine. It's a little outclassed these days by the archive.
Yeah,
one,
it's okay, though.
But it's certainly a fine card. Is it worth picking up that 4/3 Elder just as it might be just worth speculatively picking up that 4/3 Elder?
Sure, why not? Because I don't feel anything that there's nothing in this pack that we need.
I do like Violent Gust. I don't know if I want it third pick. I definitely love the card. But I'm the call of like a flying threat that can ignore Violent Gusts, it says more to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick that up. We're gonna see what we can do from there. I kind of like Grenadin Drone in this one. We have Grenadin Drone versus like Sauropod Wrangler and Eastwind Herald and a Combrei Stranger, which is also maybe the Combrei Stranger is more on the.
It gives us one influence that we do need, and then the other is it helps make the rainbow.
Yeah, like that.
Grenadin Drone is not a bad choice either, though.
Specifically because not only is it one of the best one drops we can have, with the general, it gets a lot more powerful.
I want to say the Stranger's still the better pick, because if we're going to be playing these Strangers at all, we need to load up on them.
Mm-hmm.
But Grenadin Drone is also a fine pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Combrei Stranger. Specifically, like, I want to have a good number of the 2-drop ones. I kind of wish it was like I think Praxis is not Praxis, Elysian Stranger.
Skycrag, Elysian, and Praxis are the 3 ones that we want the most.
Yeah. Let's pick that up. That'll be fine. Ruthless Stranger, alright.
Okay.
That one I can get behind. It's not, like, it has an important use for one, being like a 1-drop that we can rush in with, but also like just letting us sort of break some boards in a similar way that the general does. So let's add Ruth. How you doing, Ruth?
Ruthless Stranger is also much better when you have Hardy Stranger on board as well.
All right. This is Sapphire Dragon. This is another flying threat, and this honestly means I might just not play the 4/3 Elder because this is a comparable card.
4/3 Elder is a better card overall.
Comparable,
but it's
not like I
comparable.
said, Static Bolt versus Violent Gust.
We're not gonna get Static Bolts. Like, we might get a second one if we're lucky. We're not gonna get a third or plus.
Yeah, I know. So I'd be
So
playing like Sorcery Speed Shock for 2,
yeah.
or like
We're-
maybe Sorcery Speed Bolt.
So Violent Gust is probably just the better pick.
Yeah, trying to think
This
how
is
much.
the kind of point where picking up Violent Gust is a-okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I want a couple copies of it, and I guess I'm picking up. Oh, okay. Violent Gust versus Rakano Stranger, and I think again I'm fine filling out the 2-drop Strangers over a second Violent Gust right now.
Yeah, easily.
Brimstone Altar is not our speed. Ticking Grenadin versus Yeti Snowslinger. I think
The only stranger that like we actively don't care to grab is like Argenport Stranger.
Yeah, basically. That one's completely off base. I'm gonna pick up Yeti Snowslinger here. I don't really.
And look at our 3-drops.
Yeah, our non-existent 3-drops.
Mm-hmm.
Recogulator, Recano Banner, Finest Hour. Finest Hour this late? Wow.
Wow.
That's kind of silly, and I almost want to pick that. I'm gonna pick that because it's low cost.
Yeah, low cost on picking it up and
Yeah,
how that we could conceivably play it. We do have 2 strangers that are on that make that color now.
yeah. All right, Cat Burglar as a rare. Let me quick just remove a couple of the cards in here I don't really want. I don't think refresh is where we want to be.
When I say Argenport Stranger, I mean the actual card Argenport Stranger, not the Argenport Stranger that has the very powerful effect.
Yeah.
Cat Burglar, which is a card, is she's picking up the crown.
Yeah, I could pick up the Cat Burglar just based on like having the Cat Burglar. Um I don't really care about Xenon Stranger because that's like our third
Mm-mm.
color and like a color, the one we're not playing. Honestly, Stormcrasher I think is just a pick here, right? Like
It's a big owl eating a snake. It's a foil.
it's
It's a good
foil.
foil.
It's a good foil. Really like Cat Burglar too.
Cat Burglar is some excellent tech to just have in the pocket.
Right. I
3
don't.
mana 2/2 deadly with a non-negligible upside on the summon.
Yes. Very strong. A lot of decks in standard you're going to be fine in constructed. Not there's no standard format. You're gonna find. I like Stormcrasher here. I think that's what I'm gonna go with though. Other cards
Yeah.
in here are nice. Like Oasis Seeker's better for a different deck. Tranquil Scholar is one of my favorite cards in the set. But like, if we were playing Justice, Justice is a hyper splash, so like that's not happening. So let's go with the card we know we're gonna play. We could pick up a Plated Goliath, Grenadin, Cannoneer, Skywalk Instructor, Topaz Drake. I don't think we need more big 6s.
No. Skywalk Instructor is okay.
Yeah, I could get behind that. Like just especially with some of the cards we have that like General or Towering Stranger could both really benefit from having flying, or just handing off it to a 2/2 so that we have another 2/2 in the air.
Yeah, and importantly, she's just single primal. She's not hard to play.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fine. Topaz Drake's a little expensive for my tastes. It's still fine, and if Skywalk wasn't here, I'd consider that. But Forgotten Find is not real in limited. You need like ways to get power.
Absolutely not.
Another Swift Stranger
Okay.
or an Archive Curator. I think this. I like the Archive Curator a lot, but I think we want more. Like Swift Stranger with our 6-drop is really strong.
Yeah.
And there's Pummel, which is also a good card. This is a good pack.
Yeah, most of these cards are good. Like, that Excavation Assistant holds a hammer better than anything else in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Really good at holding it. Archive Curator is a good card. Bring Down is solid. That thing was good.
Yep. Oh, looks like we get another Praxis Stranger here. We can pick up Grenade, but it's a spell, not a fast spell, so I really don't have any love for the card.
Yeah. If that was a fast spell, oh boy, that'd be great.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Get slotted into most Stone Scar sacrifice decks.
Tireless Stranger, which, like, we could possibly splash. Brilliant Discovery, which is just a ramp spell, which we don't have a ton of things we want to go into. Audacious Bandit.
I'd try out the Tyler Stranger.
Just pick it up and see if it works out. I think that's the highest. Like, I think that's the best bet to make in here.
Yeah.
Are we actually time? We don't have any real time cards right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it really. We might actually be 3-color with the with Justice as the third.
Yeah. Oh boy, hip shot. Uh,
Even in warp decks
God.
that I've seen people play it, I don't think they play hip shot.
Yeah, agreed. Like this is. I always found it funny because hip shot was one of the first cards shown off with warp. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first, and it made my expectations of warp like rock
Way worse
freaking
than it
bottom.
actually would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was
Um.
quite bad.
Now that aside, what else are we picking from here? Because
Yeah.
it's not Young Gun.
It's not Young Gun. It's not anything else in here. It might just be the hip shot. It's not Sanglet. I'm gonna pick it and very likely not play it.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the first thing, and it's going to be the card from Fire in our deck that we cut because every other card in Fire is great.
What about the Belching Behemoth? Do we need another big? That might just be a more realistic card. Like, there's a chance I'd include Belching Behemoth. There's not.
That's fair.
There's not a chance I'd include Hip Shot.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
No and no. Like Benak, that's sadly not what Hipshot does, though. If I would play Kale's favor over it 100% of the time.
Problem with Hipshot is that the exact correct timing for it is you see it on turn 3 while your opponent has like a 3-2 on board.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the only good timing for Hipshot. That's the only one.
Cobalt Ring.
And also, even through all that, you would still need to have like something on board to make that not just killing your opponent's creature.
Like, I think Cobalt Ring looks fine here. I don't really like the rest of the cards. I like Striped Arachidon, but I don't think we can double influence is too much.
Double time, and we're already considering time to be... we might not even play it at all.
Alright, so I'm going to go with the Cobalt Ring, which again might not even make it in the deck, but Circe's Meddling is a card I'd be okay having one of. Yeah.
Circe's Meddling is such a bizarre card to me.
Mm-hmm.
It costs 6 to turn to make Polymorph a fast spell to make a creature that is like bigger than theirs. Than Polymorph does. It's weird.
Yeah.
The Familiar is the best card from that for certain.
Yeah. Wow, Journeyman Armorer is our final card? Whoa. See,
Journeyman Armorer is a better card than people think he is.
This is like if you're looking for a 3-drop warp that's like fine, this is what you're looking for.
I played a draft deck that had 2 of those Oni Quartermaster, I think 2 hammers, and also a Reforge. And let me tell you, 0 mana +3/+3 is a really good thing.
Yeah. So I still pick Champion of Wisdom even though I'm not going to get to quad time.
You might get to quad primal if you're lucky, though.
Yeah. I feel good with that. It's a lot more powerful than like Twinning Rituals again, like seems fine in our deck, but like
the best thing that we could twin up is like what, Hardy or Ruthless Stranger?
Yeah,
really?
I'd
Aside from
look 4/4 with flying, like because Primal's our second color, and we don't have a ton of fixing for it, but we're gonna have to be playing a good amount of it. So
yeah.
Cumber Banner, Blind Storyteller, Ornamental Daggers, Dispel. Yeah. I'm so happy to see the skull emote. I'm so happy with it. See,
It's a good emote.
It's not flying. It's not even flying Hill Giant is the trick. It used to be a Hill Giant, but it's actually a 4/4 base now.
Yep.
So
it was buffed.
Yep. I don't like this pack.
Me neither. There's that second static bolt if we had picked up the first one.
Yeah.
Ornamental Daggers is a fine card, I guess. Combre Banner if you actually want to try and play that that champion, or the Journeyman Armorer.
I wonder about Calderan Gunsmith.
Do you think that we can actually go wide enough for that to matter? Because otherwise, it's a 5-mana 3/2 deal 3 damage to your opponent.
Right, like we need to be going super. Like the game needs to be super stalled for that card to function.
Yeah. Which I don't think that we can really stall that well on the ground.
Honestly, I might just pick up the dang banner.
Yeah. I think out of all these... The Emerald Monument 2 is an okay choice. It's not a good choice because you still have to pay an influence cost on the transmuted Gemblade is the problem with that card.
I'm gonna go with the banner here.
Yeah.
Hair Trigger Stranger. Hell.
All right.
Hell, that's the Shadow Stranger. We can't fix for that.
No, we can't.
And
but we still pick it, right? Or do we pick another Morningstar?
I was gonna say there's a Morningstar right there.
Yeah, fair enough. Just go ahead and grab that second Morningstar.
Like, that's the only... Like, we have no shadow fixing. I cannot
it is
play
the
card.
only faction that we cannot play. You're right.
Yeah. So, And also, like, Morningstar is actually a good card. So.
Yeah, we have a better choice over it.
Vault of the... Oh, Torch! Oh, hey, how you doing? I don't...
What up, Torch?
Really care about anything. Yeah, Recon Strangers, nice Guy Snapper, or whatever. Torch, alright. Removal.
We've got so much Overwhelm in this deck. Like, there's an actual large amount of Overwhelm.
Yeah. A lot of our biggest threats have it. Could pick up another Combre banner.
Yeah.
Crowd favorite would be alright, except for it can't actually grab a Morningstar. It can only grab,
if it could grab a Morningstar, it would be pretty good, because that'd be a 6-mana 6/7 with Overwhelm.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking... I think Eastwind Herald or Combre banner again.
I think the Comber banner, personally.
Yeah. Like, just... That way we only have to include, like, one, at most, like... Justice Sigil, if even.
Yeah.
Another Violent Gust, a Magma Javelin for, like, some of the world's worst kill spells, which is still fine. So this is more like MTG? Yes. This is, as far as, like, if you're looking gameplay-wise, it is a lot more like Magic.
Way more. It is the most Magic-like of these games I can think of, with the exception of maybe Hex.
Oni Ronin. Hey, Oni Ronin.
If you're playing Fire, Oni Ronin is a good thing to put in your deck.
And a Grenadin Drone. Oh, man, I'm happy about our ones now.
Nice.
Nice.
Having good ones is reasonably important.
Yeah. We can fill out the deck with some Rebel Sharpshooters and a Granite Acolyte, which is real, and a... Okay.
Rebel Sharpshooter wears a Morningstar extremely well.
All right. So
we got good threes all of a sudden in this last pack.
Yep. All right, so we need to kind of decide where this deck is and what we're doing. I know what the core is. I'm actually just going to cut everything and backward and build this from scratch rather than build this by removal.
Instead of trying to cut, we just build it up instead from our pool.
So first things first, I'm going to search the word stranger.
Yeah, put all those in. Just every single one of them. I think we're capable of putting in the Endurance Stranger because of our
banners. The
banners
banner
and stuff.
make it work. All right. We have 10 strangers in the deck. 6 of them are keyword strangers. Honestly, the one that's the most interesting to me is still the Towering Stranger. We don't have any. We didn't get any pluses. That's fine. Other cards I'm going to include. Let's put in. So like Storm Glider's going in, Champion Wisdom's going in because we are playing those colors. Storm Crasher and Sapphire Dragon are going in.
We can play most of our fire cards.
Yeah, Morning Stars go in. I think Rebel Sharpshooters go in because of the Morning Stars.
Yeah.
Quick.
That and also they get No, wait, no, they're not strangers. I'm dumb. They get quick draw from General Azalea
They
at
do
least.
get quick draw from General Azaleo. I can also put in the Granite Acolyte as a way to add in, like,
Sure, it's another weapon.
yeah, for that. As far as other colors go, the only other card I'm actually interested in playing in time is Sandstorm. Skywalker Instructor probably still wants to be in here.
Ah, yeah.
Journeyman Armorer, do we have the fixing for that card?
We do have 2 Praxis Strangers, a Combre Strainer, and 2 Combre Banners. We're actually playing a reasonable amount of time influence. And a Praxis Banner.
And a Praxis Banner. Yeah, okay.
That's 7 different instances of including time.
So what actually shoots me over the edge on Journeyman Armor is the double Rebel Sharpshooters.
That too, yeah. It's extremely good card to play on that.
Yeah. Arma, if there's any questions, like, I can help with that everybody, like, once we get into the game, I'll try to explain the gameplay a little better for you, but, like, it is very close to Magic in the way of, like, we play out, resource generating cards like these banners and such, and then we use them to play cards from our hand. You can only play one, land a turn in that sense. Okay, General Azaleo. Every single fire card I have is in my deck. That's good.
Yep. We're very primary fire over everything else.
Decking is hard because in normal of this, you have 75 cards.
I know everything about decking in this game, let me tell you.
MDCT here can tell you a lot about self-decking. Milling yourself is actually quite... There is a card that allows that to be real. But milling your opponent, I do not believe has any, like, real support behind it.
I don't think they'll ever make milling your opponent be a thing, because I think an important thing about this game is that they're trying to make it so that there are as few, like, traditionally unfun and uninteractable, like, gameplay patterns as possible. So that would mean, like, no mill plans, no, like, power or, like, influence destruction. Those are never going to be a thing either.
Yeah.
All
right. So I'm including my final cards. I'm including are Sandstorm on our splash, because I think because we really don't have a lot of flying things, like, we need some way to deal with that. And then on that note as well, we're playing a Violent Gust.
Yeah.
Sandstorm at its worst is cycling.
Yep. It just cycles. At its best, it is a gigantic blowout where your ground destroys your opponent's board in the air.
Yes. The Cobalt Ring was my other thought as far as the final slot.
It's a decent idea. Like, Cobalt Ring, thankfully, you only need to have 1 blue for.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and add in all the duels. So we have the 3 banners, and then the rest of our influence is going to actually be very heavy fire and primal, and maybe like 1 of each of the rest. It wants 3 Time Sigil, 2 Justice. That's not happening. I actually think it's 1 of each of those, to be honest with you.
I think it's more heavily valuing that time because of the champion that we have in our deck.
Ooh. Well, also it probably doesn't see the banners.
Like, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know if it does or not.
Oh, I'm not playing Cerso's Meddling. Do I want that in here?
I mean, if you ask me, no, because I think it's terrible. But it is, like, your only removal card that's not a torch.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, interaction with our opponent. Let me quick fix the influence before we go to that question. All right. So 7 Fire Sigil, 6 Primal Sigil, 1 of each of the other sigils, and the banners, as well as the strangers. So we're actually relying on the strangers and banners to get our off colors, and then our main colors are on our just around. The only 2 influence cost cards we're playing are Sapphire Dragon and General Azaleo at 6, and both of those are, like, they come down and are... Sorry, double, like, of a single, obviously. The multi-faction cards are double, but...
Those are inherently easier to do than a double of a single faction.
All right.
Well, okay, technically speaking, they're as inherently able to be done as the other. Problem is that if you want to have the two different faction ones, because it's more likely that you're going to have two different types, and if you have the two different types of sigils, you can play more of your deck to start with.
Yeah. We also want fire to be the most. A lot of our one drops are fire, and a lot of our most powerful cards are as well. And most of our multicolor faction cards are as well. So, all right, let's call this good. So the way the draft works is you get to play to 7 wins or 3 losses. You get to keep all the cards you draft, which is also pretty dang cool. Yeah, and I think we're good to go. All right, let's see how this plays out. Strangers are here. We did it. We didn't do it as heavily as I wanted the time strangers to make this like super heavily in, but
Yeah.
Oh look, an unkeepable opener.
So, thing about playing strangers is that the most important thing to do with playing strangers, in the constructed sense, is to get the full rainbow in your opening hand.
Yeah. Like that.
This hand's okay.
Well, it has the full rainbow,
Yeah.
and it lets me lead like aggressively.
Yeah. Problem is that we don't have anything to do on 2. That's why I'm saying it's merely okay.
Right. So. Okay.
Thankfully, they didn't play anything on 1, so we can kind of get away with not having anything to do on 2.
So yep, we play one of our sigils or banners, our land. They give us a threshold. The way it works is that as long as you've met the threshold for a card in your hand, you are able to play the card from your hand.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. On time warp?
That never happens.
Is this
Hell yeah, do it.
Is this a joke?
I've had on time warp with that deck I was talking about that had 2 of these because I had a Stone Shaker in that deck as well. When you've reduced the cost of every card with warp by 1,
Yeah.
that alone makes warp much more reasonable.
Well, I play a constructed warp deck as well, so like I kind of know how it plays out, but at the same time, it's very silly to see it functional.
Yeah. Do we play the Storm Glider here, or do we play the...
Tyler Stranger's most power. But Stormglider would be like we could attack for 5 in the air next turn if possible.
Yeah. Plus, they haven't played anything on board yet. We don't need to care that much about Endurance.
But that is 4 power versus 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust in the Stranger. You know. We're playing Strangers Unlimited.
Hell yeah, Strangers Unlimited. The big boy is here.
So our opponent isn't playing cards. We're effectively 2-color, you can see here, but the others are like, this is our splash you can see in play. So anyway, our opponent hasn't played a card in its turn 5.
You can't actually draft the Shet there, okay. I'm sorry, friend. We're gonna be playing something with Overwhelm.
Yeah, hell, I just fly over. I'm not even playing anything. Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
we just pump the flyer and attack. They were off.
Please. Don't say slivers with hands. That brings up bad memories.
Ooh. Rip. So yeah, I think that honestly, it felt like our opponent was off their actual color that their hand had.
They were
played,
off top. Justice. That's the one.
They played a Justice on 5 and then played 2 cards. Oh look,
This is an immediate mulligan.
wow. So the way mulligans work in the game is that your first hand can have up to between 1 and 6 power cards. Your mulligan, draw a new hand with 2 to 4 power. Will always have 2 to 4 power, 33% on each choice, not based on like how many are in your deck. In the game of Eternal, I think it's about 90% that you mulligan your opener. I feel pretty confident in that number.
There is actually 0 chance of them doing Predator Slivers again because literally nothing that Magic has ever done in Magic the Gathering has had as bad of a backlash as the Predator Slivers. It was actually the worst backlash they'd ever had.
Nope, let's attack into this. Our opponent's got Strangers. So these 2-cost Strangers are ones that give you influence but not actual power, so they allow you to play different colors of cards. So we're being aggressive here. Hopefully we draw our 4th power soon. Oh, okay. That'll be our 4th power. I think what will happen is we play Storm Glider and make it big.
Oh yeah, this is the current 55th best person in draft right now, just so everyone's aware.
Yep. Oh boy. Hey, our opponent has played 2 strangers as well. We're just gonna... I'm flying over.
Yeah. I think I would do that attack personally.
Yeah, same. Mostly because
Like,
I wouldn't risk the block on the 1/3.
yeah,
There's no
I
world.
wouldn't. I would never take that block either. And also, if you're trading that 2/2 for the 2/2 in the air with Overwhelm that has an additional like cost add, hell yeah,
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's called a perfect trade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems pretty easy to me. No blocks, because I don't want to risk a trick or like a post combat damage. Wow, our opponent's got hefty strangers around.
Play that sharpshooter, put a Mornixar on it.
Yeah, that
Like,
actually
when
might
we
be
can.
better. Let's attack for 2 and then play out some team. So Hardy Stranger again. Strangers are full board affecting, so their strangers are now 2/3s. But I'm willing.
Yep.
I'm willing to block with this 3/3 on 2/3s to get them off the table. I'm just not willing to block with my only flying creature at the moment, which is honestly maybe where my
Is that Liam O'Brien? I think I heard Liam O'Brien say that.
yeah, like now that you said that I need to play Valkyrie Denouncer and have it be louder. That sounded close. Anyway, we should just go 6 power and quick. Actually, no, 6 power quick draw is worthless.
What's up?
6.
Oh yes, 07 on burn. Whoops.
Yeah. So let's go flying.
Yep. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like, what good is a 6/6 against 07? Like, we'd have to burn our torch, and I'd rather torch the flyer. Revenge, first time it is killed, give it Destiny, which means that when you draw it, play it and draw a new card, and put it into your top 10 cards. So
Look at our opponent's influence right now. Jeez.
I didn't think they were actually playing Shadow, but they're actually playing all these. They haven't played, oh, wow.
I played that card too. Spike Buckler is fine and limited.
We ride.
I don't think fine is the word I would use. Embarrassed to play as a 27th is more my thought. I could. So the problem is, like, I could like overwhelm my Storm Glider and attack, but like I don't have a board breaker here.
Yeah, problem is that like our thing would die, their thing would die, their thing comes back next turn because that's how revenge works. It'll come back every time the next turn.
Even that's okay.
That's not actually how it works, but that's how it works.
Okay, Bouncer doesn't do anything here.
There we go. That's our breaker. It's called something that dies, but we have a torch to kill the thing when it comes back.
Yeah, so next turn I just pump up the 5 power and we just start going in.
Yeah, we pump up the jam.
Yeah, like I can't hold up the Sandstorm without the sand. Our deck has 6 ways to produce time influence, so like
7.
7?
Oh, we've got the 3 banners. We've got 3 different strangers that do it. I think 4 different strangers that do it.
I was specifically not even remembering about the actual last time sigil on the deck.
Sorry.
I was counting. I was like, yeah, 3 strangers, 3 banners, right? That's sick. No, okay. Indeed. So the ground is mucked up. This is a normal game of Eternal right here. Oh, well.
Okay.
Sure.
Air is still mucked up.
I'm going in for 8.
Yeah.
they'll trade. We'll torch it when it comes back, and we have Champion of Wisdom like in the future
As a 4/4 flyer.
soon. Well, we still need Primal Influence for that, but as a 4/4, it blocks everything on the ground except for that bouncer over there.
Oh, they would have played Harsh Rule ages ago. They wouldn't have run out this board.
Okay, Sigil, it's fine.
4/4s and 3/3s.
I'm okay with that. Not the best about it because they still have strangers, but my 4/4s trump their 3/3s, so it's not actually too bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, nothing changes here, though. Like, we're both just sitting here waiting. Okay.
If no one has ever seen a sliver mirror match, a stranger mirror match in this game, it is hilarious. Nothing you do actually matters until the very last turn. And that wasn't really decided by you. It was decided by the deck arbitrarily.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
We can get a quick draw, dude, but that still gets blocked by the 07 pretty easily.
Right, and like I already knew that Torch was reserved for killing that.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm just gonna be able to sandstorm that out. That's good. So I get to play Champion of Wisdom here and pass.
Mm-hmm.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Hey, nice. More strangers.
Putting two 4/4s in front of it as a finest hour block.
Finest Hour and Victor's Cry.
Yeah, many. Well, like Torch is also the takeout there, but like just in case. Okay. Oh, here's a board breaking card. Okay.
Hell yes. Put it on the 3/3, and then also put a sword on it.
What about just one of the 4/4s?
I feel like having a thing that is more easily able to attack in the air in case of their own flyer might be better.
Okay. Like what? Actually, hold on. Let's ask the most relevant question. Which way gets me a 2-turn clock?
Okay. So putting a 4/4. Well, remember that also they can't attack this turn.
Right.
Incident.
That's why.
So 4/4s and 5/3 actually have the same clock.
Right, because it'll be 16, 8 and 8, or 9 and 9. Okay, let's go with your side then.
Yeah. It doesn't speed it up more if we get the 4/4 in, and it is slightly safer on the attack.
I'm going to choose not to play my... I'm going to choose to leave up Torch, basically, here. Because there's no reason for me to want to play... I don't want to hand off the sword unless I'm already going to combat. Our opponent has a lot of sigils. I guess we do too, but dang. Like, we're both just in this long game happening here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our... Hey, Combre, how you doing? So let's go ahead and sword off. And we'll attack for 8.
Yep, that makes it 2 turns, so yes. I didn't even think about the 3/2 being stuck around. Whoops.
Yeah, that's why I...
And yeah, a decent thing would have been to put it on the 4/4 if you wanted to avoid Torch, but I think that if they had Torch, they would have used it a while ago. So it had to have drawn it.
Serpent Hatchling, that's going to eat my Torch.
Yeah.
Oop, they've got an instant. What's your instant, bud?
Detain.
Oh, wow!
You want to talk about being hard up for playables.
Oh.
Having to play Detain.
So my double block actually did have an effect.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. It did.
Okay, I'm glad on that. And there's the
It's
lethal.
3 time? Huh. We're actually getting closer to get the +2/+2 on it rather than the flying.
Yeah. Like, if I played... I was basically holding those strangers because I didn't think they were relevant additions to the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
If for
just...
whatever reason they wrapped it, having those two down.
Our opponent is now on unplayables. Yeah, detain is not the trick you want to be playing.
Detain is a bad card.
Yeah, Alright.
This
J-Dabs.
hand...
I don't think we can do this one. One
It's...
playable and a card that we can't actually functionally use?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we drew the fire, this would still be really slow. It would be slow, but also pretty much nearly unbeatable. A 6/6 with endurance and overwhelm is
Yeah.
hot nuts,
Ooh,
but still,
well,
this is a much better hand.
what if I'm starting on my aggressive lines where I'm actually playing a 1 and a 2? Like, I feel really good about that. I'm gonna lie to my opponent. So I'm lying about our colors right here. Was the reason.
You're definitely not playing Primal at all.
Yeah. What if I continued to lie to my opponent?
We don't have to play the Primal turn forward. Why not?
Mm-hmm. I can attack into that. That's fine.
That's a really good Granite Acolyte.
Wow. I think that's gonna be my 5, not my...
Yeah.
I'm still attacking in on this. Because I'd like this flyer out of the way if given the option. No, they don't want to. Alright.
The thing about Sky Snapper, thankfully, is that it's basically we can ignore it too because it can't block.
Yeah. Ooh,
Back and forth.
but it could be tapped.
That is a confusing choice.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for the bits, Charlie.
Hey, good bits.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Granite Acolyte here on my flyer.
That was a confusing choice to do that on that instead of our flyer.
They might have another way. Okay.
Lightning Strike, okay. They do.
Well, we get an 8/8 next turn. That demands a pretty real, like, unit.
I'm the tallest clown in the world.
Overwhelm Stranger, and I'll attack with this one. Because I'll get my Overwhelm.
If he did that, though, they're just going to use the torch on the 4/3, probably.
Fine with that. Because if I don't do that, like, they're going to block with the... Wow, really?
That's interesting.
They're going to block with the 3/1 on Granite Acolyte, and then it's like, that... And then they have the torch the other way. I expected them to block.
Okay, I guess it does get you in... Oh, man, that's going to be great for when we just catch them.
Right. By the way, they're...
Dead. They're dead.
They're having some problems?
They're dead, just straight up, right?
Yeah, I'm going to attack.
Yeah. Torch their face, they're dead.
You die? I don't believe in Backlash Unlimited.
They didn't torch themselves in response to getting torched.
Thank you, Oni Ronin. Warcry is a very fun, fun thing to be on the winning side of. All right, continue to run.
How do you feel about this hand, which has you can play everything in it except for the Sapphire Dragon?
Don't like
Capable, I see.
Capable. I don't like being that far off of influence. God.
I played Rakano for a million years, and I am 100% convinced Warcry is powerful. No question.
As usual with every time I hit the keep button, I feel like I'm making a mistake, but we'll see. I feel that way every single time I hit keep. It's like this is the wrong choice, but I'm gonna do it.
That's the thing about the redraw button, right? It's like then your hand is in the your fate is in the hand of RNG at that point, and therefore it's easy to accept the result of, even if it's worse.
But it's usually not. Okay, I can just torch that off.
Mm-hmm.
Or endurance it off later. Like, that's...
Endurance it off later. We would have to draw that guy first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't feel bad having to use the torch somewhere else, is I guess what I mean. I'm saying there.
Fair enough.
Hopefully we draw a 4th power so that we can play Morningstar. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Nice.
Thanks.
They made a They just played that and then realized that they made a mistake. Let's draw. Nice.
And our opponent leaves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh,
they could have recovered from that. I don't. That's not a good conceit.
That was the shame. Yeah, that was. Gnome says it immediately. That's the shame concession. Whoops.
Like, I play sometimes too fast, and get into horrible problems for doing it, and
Yeah.
I understand, but
I feel bad because. Oh wow! So do you like Fire and Justice influence?
yes, but not in this quantity.
Are you sure?
Quantities.
You don't want 6 fire.
I don't need 6 fire.
It's all over the place. You can have as much as you want.
I can understand the 2 justice. I think 2 justice is very reasonable. 6 fire, maybe a little less so.
Okay. Ooh, I get turn 1 Grenadine drone and then Combray Stranger.
Torch background.
Yeah, Combray Stranger gets to play. So this is like low power. Kind of need to draw sigils in running turns. That's probably worth my torch.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Problem is that it will eat everything that's on the ground from then on if we
Right.
don't.
Okay. Opponent missed a power drop. Okay, that's 3rd power. Oh boy. Yeah, all right.
I very much understand why they kept this hand now.
Yeah, that makes sense. We very much need to draw a justice in order to be like functioning.
A primal.
Or yeah, primal blue to be functional here. Oh boy,
That's
scary as all hell, and we are still off. Oh God, that's a 2-turn clock. We just lose right here. All right. Oh.
Hey, journeyman armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were dead.
Windshaper is unbeatable in limited. Yeah, Windshaper is incredible in limited. All right, you know, sometimes your opponent does the shame concession, and sometimes the game is over before you knew it began.
Yep. I mean, if they had stumbled for 1 or 2 more turns off their mana, we may have been able to hold on to that, but they only stumbled for 1, and they recovered super gracefully after that.
They knew that they had a reason to keep that hand, you know?
Yeah.
They had a plan. That was good.
Trusting in that 1 and 3 doesn't work out 2 out of the 3 times, but it does work out 1 and 3 times.
Goodness. We're still at 4-1 right now, so I'm feeling mighty fine. How hard is it to get master rank in draft? It's time is the biggest thing. Like, you have to do a lot of drafting to hit that high. Like, I feel that I'm quite good at drafting. I just don't play enough to actually get up to master rank. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Because I stream most of my drafts.
From what I can tell, people who want to actually make to master rank do it at least 2 hours a day.
In constructed, that's a completely different thing. I feel like it's pretty.
It's actually easier to get up to there in constructed, yeah. Weirdly enough, this is the exact opposite problem that most
How do you
card
feel
games
on
have.
this? I kind of feel good on this.
We don't have the primal still, do we?
I know we don't.
It has other good stuff, but we can at least cycle that Sandstorm.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it.
Sure.
Okay, irrelevant 1/1. And
Irrelevant run one so far.
now the trick here is that
Come on, Mono Shadow. Do a Mono Shadow draft. I want to see that be real.
I don't believe monocolor's real in draft.
No, it's not. Not even
That's
close.
super not real.
But so far, they're making it seem like they are.
Like, I'm gonna take that. You can play your Cobalt Acolyte following it up, right? Like, that's the play, right? Sorry, Amethyst, wrong. Wrong gemstone, but that is the card I meant.
Please, Cobalt is not a gemstone. It is a metal.
You are correct. Some of these are gemstones, and some of them are not.
Yeah, the fire one is just granite. It's just a rock.
Yeah, just a rock. And amber's not like a gemstone. That's a completely different thing.
It is
All
compacted resin.
I am paying heavily.
Consider
for,
cycling that Sandstorm at the end of turn.
There's no consideration about it. We need to draw into a primal influence for this hand to function.
Mm-hmm. Granite is a good rock. I understand. I'm just saying, it is still just a rock. They're stalled at 3, so, and I think they're probably off color.
They have an instant, at least. No!
Wow, getting punished for
I got punished for it?
Wow.
Oh, that's good. Good.
That
good on
rules,
you, game.
actually.
Good on you for making me feel like the fool for doing that. What if
They
it was
figured out
actually
the
wrong?
one way. Yeah,
Right.
they figured out the one way for cycling at the end of turn to be wrong.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Nice.
I'm here for
You
the
trade that
crushing.
away immediately, right? You don't let that happen.
There's no way they leave that on the table.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Kingdom for... Maybe I'm actually playing too light on Primal. Shit.
We might be playing too light on Primal.
I think like, the more we've been playing this has come up multiple times, like, where we do not have enough Primal. I think we need to switch. Yeah. I am convinced at this point after this game that I need to lower one of our fire and up Primal. This is just too often that it's happening.
You want to double trade that, so double lock that, so you can, if General Azaleo hits the table, it can still attack in safely into the 1/3.
General Zarya has quick draw.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand why I would... What?
Okay,
I
ignore me then.
okay,
I got sequences going on in my brain that are hard to articulate.
okay. Mostly because, like, if I play General Azaleo, then I can trade one of my strangers for it. Also, it's back! Are you actually holding an Annihilate? They basically have to be holding an Annihilate. God, the stranger handing off power to me is just the most hilarious thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. It's great when your opponent plays strangers with abilities that help us. They've got 6 mana, so they've got something, right? They've got a,
Right.
like, rapid shot? You got a rapid shot, bud? Do you have the card that is much worse than rapid shot that gives all of your things quick draw?
No, you just have a rapid shot. Okay. Which means that I did need to block as well.
Yeah, that would have killed you if you didn't.
Sure. God! We can't attack.
Nope.
Like, I'm gonna have to trade General Azalea for the bouncer. And I think from here we're going to lose. Okay, this... Yeah, we clearly... This is very clear to me that the problem is the mana base, and that I clearly am just not playing enough Primal Sigils.
Yeah, I think... How many Primal Sigils are we even playing?
6 or 7?
Those are 6 or 7. Those are the only sources of Primal in our deck.
That's the problem.
I'm thinking about that right now.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. With the other colors, we actually do have a decent amount of Primal source. It's just the other color sources, and they're not playing as many of them.
Yeah. Alright, that's fine, and something we can at least identify and change, because it's very clear that it's... So I'm cutting 2 Fire Sigils, and I'm switching those over to Primal Sigils immediately, and then I'm going to think about... And then I'm going to cut the Time Sigil and make that into a Fire Sigil. And same with the Justice Sigil.
You're counting the Justice Sigil too. I would actually keep the Justice Sigil in.
You would?
We don't have nearly as many sources of justice as we do time. We've only got the 2 strangers that do it. And I think like 1 banner.
2
No,
banners.
not even a banner.
2 banners.
Oh yeah, Comrade. I think I would still keep the Justice Sigil personally, but I didn't remember the banners being
I'm
justice.
cutting it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like, that's one that I should have identified something like 5 games ago, but failed to, and then we had finally been punished for it. This is good. All four different factions, a very good curve.
Yeah.
A blocker for Blood Beetle.
It's important to put out when you see Blood Beetle happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Journeyman Emmer is really not good to play as just a 3-mana 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
It's an important downside of that dude. He cannot play the weapon on himself.
Sure.
What's with all these strangers? Why is everyone playing 4-color today?
Alright, let's keep crushing in. Yep, that's fine. They found their 3rd influence. Okay, so that means I go with the Journeyman Armorer here. And then we can trade off. Alright. Do you have a trick for me? No. Okay, that's good. I kind of needed them not to have a trick there.
You're not on the list.
God, I think I need to play Swift Stranger and pass.
Really?
I can't be the aggressor here. I will die if I do that.
I was feeling like we could make it maybe the aggressor for a single turn.
We will go to 6, and then our opponent will play another threat, and we won't have the blockers to deal with that, and we'll die the turn following, regardless of what happens on that line. I don't like that line at all. Like, unless we could, if I drew the sigil next turn. Like, if I was able to charge in another 7/7, we could be the aggressor here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I believe in that. I think I have to win this game, though. Like, how else am I winning? 8.
I just personally hate playing down the other 4/4 because we only have one really okay block and they still hit us for 2. We're not really stemming that much bleeding.
Right. Well, the problem is we are heavily bleeding, so any stemming of it would help. Are we just gonna... No, we're not gonna... Just gonna... Okay, so... That's fine. No, that's bad. We'll lose it. We don't have our charge anymore. Damn it! Ugh.
We're not dead though if we play the 7/7. I know that they can hold back and stuff, but if we get another sigil, we can have our 2 6s, our 2 7/7s, another a 5/3 with charge and overwhelm. If we get another sigil on 7 power, we'd be down to 1 life.
So if we play Towering Stranger, and then just go for the gold on the next turn.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you win. So
okay, if they have any...
Oh, it does still have overwhelm. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because it...
That being Valkyrie Enforcer specifically killed me. So do they have a way to pump 1 power? Yes. Okay. Damn. Because we needed the charge.
I still think that was the correct series of plays.
Right.
I don't think getting rid of that bouncer would have done anything.
I'm not convinced. Because we died because of the bouncer hitting us twice. Like, you know, we died from that bleeding. Then again, could we have even killed the bouncer through that trick? Like...
No, we wouldn't have.
Yeah. Like,
they still would have gotten the damage in on our face, too.
Yeah. Damn. Honestly, I feel bad about misidentifying our mana base. That was...
That is what lost 2 of those games,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
That was an easy, like... Just doing a simple count when we finished making the mana base would have caught that.
Yeah, I didn't even think that we didn't have any other sources of primal in the back aside from the sigils.
None of our fixing is primal.
Yep.
Chalice. Alright, and then that's... I think those are all rares that we get to destroy. And we get some more dust. Hell yeah. I don't spend my dust, though. Alright, what it is... I probably don't actually have time for a second draft because of... we're probably starting at about 45, so that's fine, though. But yeah... No, that was definitely above curve and definitely a lot of fun. Especially I just like love when you're playing the stranger deck. It's like, and then your opponent plays a stranger and hands off abilities to you, and it's just like, oh, here you go, and it's like, oh, thanks, because we benefited a lot more from them than our opponent did in almost every instance.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I mean, we benefited so heavily in one case, the opponent literally conceded immediately because of it.
Immediately gone. Just, whoops, our opponent disappeared, and I feel bad for them. But yeah, that went well. I guess that leaves me with more drafts. God, 16. I'm under the curse. Before we finish, I'm going to try and fix this. Sure, squirrel token, shoot. How do you get gold for drafting? Quests, and, like, just... I don't spend gold on packs, so...
Yeah. quests, doing drafts and doing well in them. Because if you go 7 whatever in draft, you get enough to do as a draft by itself.
Yeah. I'll keep this. Every day you get a quest that's about 500.
On average, yeah. It has a 2 in 10 chance of being higher than 500 most of the time.
Yeah.
This is how spin-ups work.
I think I want to play the Praxis banner and get moving on in.
I'm getting that influence bug. Let me
That bug's weird.
$5,000 isn't actually as much as you think it is. It's reasonably easy to get to 5,000.
Yeah, especially because it's 500. Honestly, it's very similar to comparative to, well, not actually comparative to Hearthstone, because 150 is like 3 days worth of quests.
The problem with comparing it to Hearthstone, though, is that with Hearthstone, you don't get to keep the cards.
The cards, yeah.
Yeah. With drafting in Eternal, you have inherently much higher value going. Unblockable. Oh, the strongest thing to get off a Tranquil Scholar. Piss. Are they playing a Huru midrange deck? I think they are, because that's what you play Tranquil Scholar in, right?
Unblockable is hella... Oh. God, I feel like this is a mistake. It's fine.
Oh, it's fair to play them in Rakano. It's just because they're already playing Primal.
Yeah,
you know?
have to Primal.
And I can't think of a serious deck that would play those two colors not just by themselves. I've not seen Huru midrange at all. Like, I've never seen anyone playing it.
Silencing that. No, you jerk! God damn it! I hate it when they identify. Like, when I played this. Yeah, okay. So the actual problem with this deck, and it's the problem I've continuously had. I should have played that Amber Monument, and I freaking knew it. Is that it basically this is how the game goes, and then the opponent plays a Lightning Storm, and I'm locked out of the game for like the rest of it. It scares the hell out of me. This deck, I continue to. Wow, okay.
Unblockable Kothon, huh?
Okay. I continue to add more and more power sources to the deck, but, like, it's just not enough. It's the problem with ramp in using these mana dorks, is that every deck in the game has to be playing. Okay, I accept that. Poof, that's a lot better than... Oh. I think that's just better.
Yeah.
So to I guess to answer your question, Squirrel Token, let me mull on that. I think that's something that I've been asked already as well, so that's something I need to think on. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but our opponent's at 12, so maybe that's fine. Like
They're only taking 4.
Yeah, they didn't. I think they should have attacked with
Oh, easily, but they didn't.
Yeah. All right, let's get.
I mean, like, yeah, they're gonna block with that. We're gonna torch it. We still get the 5 damage in from 5/3.
Yeah.
They take 9, and that means that they have to hold things back because we've got 2 things of overwhelm.
Yep. Oh.
That still kills that, at least.
Yeah, and prevents me from dying, which is what it looks like they were trying to do. We need the Fire Sigil. I am still thinking we lose this game, though.
That depends if they Maybe play a power and make an owl.
Oh, thank God.
Nope.
Yeah, if they played a power and made an owl, their clock was better.
Yeah.
God, the clock still might be better. What is it? I have to kill that. I have to kill this 2/3.
Why are you attacking with him with that other
Yeah,
Kothon?
Why that instead of okay, our opponent no, but for real, why?
That's dead. If you do that, we take that the 2-for-1 no problem.
Yeah, because I have a 1/1 I don't care about and a 2/1 I don't care about.
Why aren't you attacking with the other unlockable dude?
This is very strange. Ooh, okay, that's helpful.
That's super helpful. It gums up the board better than literally any other card in this game.
You can't.
It also
take
makes
this
it
hit.
so that the board is just on the ground.
They can't take this hit.
They can't take this hit. Also, blocking this is something that they always hate to do.
Right, because I'm immediately gonna just play the Sandstorm Titan and buy it back.
Yeah.
And it's got to be the Titan so that I don't just get flown over by Kothans. I want this unblockable off the table. If they block this way, I'll be happiest.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Get out of here. But yeah, oh, they had a Trailblaze. What an odd final card. So playing this deck, I feel like it needs more like interactive elements. It never has enough for me.
Yeah.
Like I basically want to be playing like 12 torches if I could.
Yeah, you've got the torches. I'm assuming you have the obliterates in here too.
There's only 2 in here, I believe. I think it's 4.
But you're playing any at all is kind of
Yeah,
what I really mean.
I think it's 4 But the big problem is because of that. Like, look at my hand. It's all 5s, and then like there's also obliterate. There's also like you're only even seeing half. Like this deck is all 5 drops. It's like
I know how that feels.
It's so bad.
I absolutely know how that feels. Given I play both my Mean Sunen deck and Huru Control.
Yeah.
Huru Control plays 17 5-drops. 17.
Okay, so they can't actually play the card they get off that. Look, buddy, unless you actually have double finest hour, I don't care. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You want to let that survive, that's fine. You're dead. Yeah.
Right, like I just hit A here.
Yeah.
Nice. And all right. Oh, we're on a real chest. Damn it.
Nice.
So I can't possibly fix my gold counter.
Oh, you're playing casual to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I was playing that to try to fix the gold counter and show the...
Would you like to wizard fight real quick?
Sure, let's do it.
Because you helped me finish creating this deck, but I don't think you've ever played against it.
No, I have not. And I'm not playing some of the cards that, like, auto-stop you, so, like, this will be interesting.
I probably could have kept that hand. Whoops. Oh.
Most dangerous thing I can do, which is keep a 7. Get in there.
All right. Yep. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Sure. That also
Given
makes
things
sense.
I've got.
Also makes sense.
There's literally nothing I'm more terrified in this game than turn 3 Sandstorm Titan.
All right.
Yep. There it is. Okay, there's one thing I'm more terrified of. It's turn 3 Sandstorm Titan, then turn 4 Sandstorm Titan, then turn 5 Xenon Obelisk. Which has happened to me more than once.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Okay.
Safe travels, friend.
Okay. So you've got all the influence you need to be functioning. Oh.
Yep. And I've got even more coming in.
Okay. That's fine.
I just drew that instead of discarding it, which always feels terrible, but hey.
Oh, well, that's nice. Hi.
No! I don't like it. I want it gone.
Hi. It is on you to play Harsh Rule.
It's gone.
It is on you to be playing Harsh Rule right now. No, seriously though, can I stop? The inkling I have with this deck, and what scares me about it, is that I'm actually certain that it's just worse than playing Big Combre.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
I know that sucks, but
like I am playing a suboptimal list. Like
but is it cheaper to make than Big Combre?
a little bit, but like
That's worth considering for what it's worth, because Big Combre is the most expensive deck in the game to make.
but it's just the it's so bad to know that your deck is the worst version of itself. You know, like I should just be playing the Big Combre, and like I'm just not. Because Big Combre
Alright.
does ramp better than me. It does stopping. Yep.
Here it comes. Here comes a special boy. Sorry, I know that's a little bit frustrating, but like every single time I mill, I have to look what I milled.
Sure. Oh, did we actually mill a Umbran Reaper? Okay, we did.
Sure did.
There's also 2 of those in this deck scroll token.
Oh yeah. With the with you're playing any form of like ramp like this, you were absolutely playing those as well.
Yep.
As much as I want to make the means to an end the primary win condition of a deck, it's way more likely to say that Umbran Reaper is the win condition of this deck.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Alright.
I guess I have to do this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I lose on this turn.
Uh,
Oh no, I go to 2.
you go to 2.
Because I do have this, but I can't stop your Death Touchers. Yeah, we're seeing the opposite end of ramp. I will keep any hand that has something like 5 power, because it's hopefully enough to just draw into the ramp pieces, but yeah. Yeah, that is the actual secret of your deck, is that your win con is not actually your win con.
It's mostly Vara and Umbran Reapers. It's
You have like 20 ways to
it's more of a reanimator deck than anything else in this game. Aw, come on, you didn't even torch the...
Nope.
Okay, there
Nope.
we go. How dare you?
Umbran Reaper without flying wouldn't be playable enough, I don't think, for Constructed. Not at Triple Shadow Influence.
It would be playable in this deck, the deck that I'm playing, but that's it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and fix my gold. Oh, hold on. I'm at 6471. Okay. I want to see if I get the amount of gold that I get from doing a casual game. I want to.
Right. Okay.
I need to catch this on camera, is what it is. Okay. Thank you. I said 6741, didn't I? Nice. 6471. What I said, but the opposite. Nice. But yeah, like, the actual thing with this deck is that the only... Like, if I switched it from... Like, Silence is like, Purify just being, Valkyrie Enforcer is just a strictly better card. Seraph is a better value card than anything I could have in Fire. The only card that basically isn't just one-for-one replaceable in this is Heart of the Vault.
Yeah. which is a really good card
Right.
for what it's worth.
It's the reason I'm playing this. Oh boy. Yeah, the skull.
Oh, you're playing Soulfire Drake in this deck. Nice.
It is a one of. Also,
That makes a lot of sense in a deck that's playing a lot of warp.
yeah. Also, the Carnosaurs are two ofs. I am glad that you enjoy it, Bulldozer. I'm very happy with it. Oh. Okay.
Have you considered playing like Stone Shaker in this deck?
I have. I don't want to make 4 of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's only an uncommon, I think.
Safe travel.
I think I need to grab fire.
Yeah.
Stone Shaker's a 3/6 that your opponent can't gain life.
No. That's Groundbreaker, I think. Stone Shaker is the 3-mana 1/1 that reduces the cost of minions in your deck.
Oh, fuck no. I've never considered playing that in my life. I hate that card. And think it's, like, not good.
'Cause I've had it work with warp pretty well.
This isn't a warp deck, though, is the thing. Yeah. No, I was thinking a Groundbreaker, I think is the one. Okay, well, let's get a actual ass blocker on the board. That'll be nice. I don't think that they can take that out like without Double Torch, which they're holding Double Torch, aren't they? Shit. Oh, no, they could just have a Permafrost. Well, I get to answer that.
And we still get the upside of that card.
Yeah. Sadly, oh, they don't have a torch flat. I thought for sure they would. All right, this is a recoverable position. Walk that way. Yep. Temple Scribe first.
Possibly get.
Man, I can't play that Titan.
If only.
Yeah, because now I need to... Oh, boy. That's bad if they're actually just playing rallies.
Well, if they're playing Rally, then we can't do anything about it, so...
Yeah, I'm going to go biggest creature and remove something. If they have another rally, I'm just dead. There's no stopping that. Okay. Dang. Oh. Okay.
Oh, they don't have it.
They just wanted 2 damage on me?
They're just trying to go wide. Just straight up.
Let's get that off the board. Okay. That is what it is, Bulldozer. Search effects do not shuffle. You are correct.
Yep. In fact, I don't think there's shuffling in this game at all.
Yeah. I want to attack for real here. I want to try and get some actual S damage in. I've got a like fear that I'm dead if they see the 4th power, like they're just holding a mortar.
Yeah. Nothing we can do about that, though.
Unless
Unless you kill your opponent.
Right, unless my opponent doesn't get to live that long. Okay, oh god, I do not feel like I deserve to win that game with 6 cards in my opponent's hand. That's kind of crazy that they had nothing left to play on those turns. Alright, how much gold?
6471 is what you started with.
Okay, opening up the thing, it says 24. Oh boy, am I freed from the curse?
Are you? Or is it lying to you?
What?
It was lying
It
to
was
you,
lying
wasn't
to
it?
you. 6491. No.
You only got
I
20?
only got 20 from that.
That's super lying to you.
Oh, okay. Whatever. We have visible lying to you on it. No, I'm cursed. Bearer of the curse.
Bear, seek.
Feedback.
uh,
Bear, seek, lest. Bug report. It's not actually useful. Gold. Did from casual does not match what added to your gold total.
Also, can you tell them to just make it in versions of 5, in multiples of 5?
Yeah, I will.
Because it, it's been
Gold.
odd ever since, and it feels so wrong.
Live streaming reporting bug reports. Heck yeah. Casual game.
I have, by the way, as far as feedback, I had not used the feedback feature at all until Set 2 came out, and I opened Means to an End. I have sent maybe 5 or 6 different things of feedback ever since, focused entirely on Means to an End.
Yeah. Gold had 6491 after the game. So
Means to an End is probably the fiddliest card in this entire game.
gold.
Fake gold. Gold is fake.
Okay. But yeah, no, the bug you're thinking of with Means to an End, which I've been told by other players it's not a bug, and that's
It's
garbage.
not.
That's garbage.
It's not a bug in the interest of making the game play a little bit more smoothly. I know that sucks, but
Well, no. What sucks about that is that it's not what is reported by the effect.
yeah, if it's just said that's what it did, then I'd be totally down. But
So okay, we're talking in like we're not being clear here. The bug we're talking about is that Means to an End. I'm gonna pull up the card for you.
well, okay, more specifically,
It's anything that happens at the same time.
Yeah, Aegis does not actually work the way that it says it does. Aegis works on like different effects that go off at the same time if they are considered to be like the same effect.
So Means to an End, when you gain life, discard that many cards from your deck. Then if you have no cards in your deck, sacrifice Means to an End and deal 25 damage to the enemy player. If you have 2 Means to an End, and they both go off, and they both mill the final card in they both see your deck being empty, they'll both explode, and that would deal 25 plus 25 damage. However,
problem is, both of these are blocked by a single Aegis.
Yeah, a single Aegis blocks both of these, even though the reminder text on Aegis
says that it blocks one enemy effect.
Aegis protected from one enemy spell or effect. So
yeah,
effectively, what it means is that that deck can't beat somebody just sandbagging protect.
Yeah, so long as we didn't include things that do deal with that, because we did, and those have worked out thus far.
Clowns is strangers.
It's strangers. We have a pet name for strangers. It's a much better name for it than strangers. Trust me. Don't worry about it. They're clowns.
Anyway, I think that's going to be all for now, because I think in about 15 we're going to be starting up Synergy Half-Life 2 co-op over in Gnome Bitten's zone.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it either. No,
You don't understand why they're the clowns?
I don't. I think I don't.
It's
No,
because
no, I
Strangers
get
is the
it.
most. Yeah, it's because Strangers was up until recently the most clown shoes fun to deck in this game.
But it's not. Like I am dethroning. I am dethroning them.
I said up until recently, we called them clowns on the night before the second set came out,
Oh,
and it stuck. It wasn't until set 2 that new decks that are dumb in fun ways came out.
yeah. I was gonna say like. I'm with Gnome. If you want the most clown shoes deck in the world, Second Sight with Echo is much funner than a linear aggressive strategy. Because at the end of the day, that's actually what Strangers are, is just a linear aggressive strategy that's not actually that fun. I'm sorry to break it to you. Slivers is not clown shoes fun. I'm
You
here.
could haven't included the 4 Nycto track scenes in it.
It's in the deck. That's the actual more interesting card.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be playing an otherwise 5-color deck though.
Scrolling down to look at my multiple different Nyctotraxy and Nick 2 Traxy and Nick 3 Traxy and Drift. Are you kidding me? Like these are legitimately clown deck. Like this is a deck that just goes ahead and makes Second Sight gain Echo and draws 20 cards on one turn. I respect that you call them clowns, and I understand why they are called that. I do not believe that they are the most clown shoes deck in set 1. So.
I mean, technically, Nycto track scene wasn't set 1. I'm being semantic here as a joke. It's not a serious thing.
Like
Don't worry about it.
All right. Anyway, I'm. That's all for Eternal for now. That's like 2 hours of Eternal. So, all right, as we said. So, thank you for joining on this. MDCT.
You got it right the second time.
Yeah.
MDCT.
No, that's not right. Is that like the sound that would make? Anyway.
I think any possible sound you try to make with your mouth is going to be wrong no matter what, so all of them are right. Pronounce it however you want.
True. All right. Anyway, for those who are interested in seeing more fun stuff, over in Gnome Bitten Zone in about, I think it's like 15 minutes or so, we're going to be starting up, again, Half-Life 2 co-op. That's going to be excellent. If you enjoy what's going on here, we just got a cool sub-emote. It's really good. I'm extremely happy about my skull. It's super good. So if you want to enjoy skulls in your own way. If you want to enjoy skulls in just posting skulls, that's fine. But if you want to enjoy it with posting FF5 skulls, you can do that too. I think that's all. So I'll see you in like 15 minutes over in Gnome's stream. So thanks for joining. Have a good night, everybody.